Well, hello. Let's go ahead and put everything down again. Yes, of course I remember you, Dan. Hi. How is Dan doing today? And how has V been doing today? We've got more soldering stuff to do. This one's about half done. So I figured I'd finish it today, because that makes sense. Adding a metric ton of flux, also known as just the right amount. Good, and a little drunk again. Well, one of you is doing well. I can't tell which one now. We're just gonna put these female headers on here. Get my resting spot. Look about straight, give or take. And now we grab the solder gun. Give myself a little room. We both sure are. Well, it's good to know that you're alright. There we go. Let's get that guy real fast. Does it look straight? Yeah, it looks relatively straight. Yeah, looks alright. And what about the joints? Joints look alright. Cool. We'll continue. When you said I might have a little problem, you might have been right. I almost forgot you were streaming. Hey! I'm glad that you were able to join us. Currently I'm drinking tea cut with rum. Oh. I was about to say, tea sounds good. Oh. Tea cut with rum sounds interesting. I'm not sure if I'd like that or not. I don't think so. I can't imagine any tea that I would actually like to drink with rum. There are drinks I'd like to have with rum, sure. But tea? I can't think of any offhand. Also, I need more flux. It tastes really good, but it might just be the alcohol. I mean, that's a possibility, I suppose. There we go. There's just flux everywhere already. Haven't even started and there's flux all over my fingers. Just? What is just? What is justice? Anyway, how's your little shield doing? Well, so far so good, I think. Haven't killed any components that I can immediately see, so that's a good start. What is this song? Excuse me. No. let's not and say we didn't. And what is it even going to do? I think I didn't. Famous last words. Well, so this shield actually is a audio shield. So this will take audio input, and it has two spots, one for audio input, one for audio output. I'm not sure if I can, so I can hook this up to an Arduino of course, but I'm not sure if I can affect the output, but I can at least, you know, see what it's outputting, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. I'm not entirely sure if this shield lets me actually do things with the output before it goes out. I just wanted a shield that I could just take the input and do a fast Fourier transform on and make lights dance to it. So something relatively simple. Out comes the brush. Dan's favorite. He loves this thing. Well, there are guitar pedals made with Arduinos. I mean, you know, I'm not sure if this particular one allows me to transform the output or not. Man, this entire board is still a little bit sticky. It's just like bits and pieces around here that are... I don't know if the shield can handle that. I don't know. I have another audio shield that I put together a while back that that does that. So if I need to, I can just use that. That's fine. I just wanted to put this one together because one, it's fun. Two, I needed another shield that can at least give me input. And three, I wanted to use this for my own personal projects. The one that I have is not a personal one. It's one that I'm using for work. Really? Uses SPI pins? Okay, interesting. I wasn't aware that this thing used the SPI pins on the Arduino, but okay. Our next instruction is to, Are we sure about this? It feels strange. Okay. We're gonna do it backwards. Apparently. So as these are pointing down, these are pointing up. Plenty of flux. Plenty. It's supposed to sit kind of like this, I guess. Which makes sense. Just make sure it's somewhat straight. Should be fine. Famous last words. I'm currently buffering both on Twitch and YouTube with 144p. Ouch. But I live in the forest. I don't know. I have my desktop running on Twitch behind me and using the live chat on my laptop on the site. Oh, that works. There we go. This should be at least welded on. Straight is another thing entirely. So it looks like that. This guy right out here is a little bit crooked. You can just move him slightly, that would be awesome. Come on. That's probably close enough. If it's not, then whoops. There we go. I usually chat on Twitch for the points. Yeah, watch on YouTube, it runs smoothly for me. Ah, it works. Try hard. 2250, huh? So if you want to check out the YouTube channel, my channel, if you want to check out my channel, I updated the banner on it. You might see a bit of a sneak preview of upcoming things, possibly, like merch. Maybe. I finally, after years, updated the banner on it, I should say. Well, that's relatively straight. It's... whatever, I'm sure it'll work. Ooh, yeah, I know, right? I don't know, what could it possibly be? What am I alluding to? I have no idea. There we go. Try and like clean that out there. It barely worked. Damn, that looks cool, I know, right? Just the controller is way too heavy, I know. I need to replace that image, but... Do you have a Discord? If not, or is that not something that you're going to make? I don't have a Discord server. Heavy Lake Bold, yeah. I don't have a Discord server that I want to use for this yet. I might decide to make one for streams, etc. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure yet. It might be nice to have a Discord server for streams and such, but I'm not sure if I want to do that quite yet. We'll see. If I get the time, I'll probably fix the controller on the image. Maybe. Right, so that one's done. Again, I'm not sure why it's using these SPI headers, but okay. Alright, so our next one is the microphone. Apparently, this thing has a microphone. Okay. The question is the microphone polarized? It kind of looks like it, yes. Oh, it looks like this is the only way I can go in. This goes into mic 1, and this one here slots into that bit right there. So I guess that works. Okay. I'm going to just kind of flux up the back here and get it soldered in. Easy enough. Daniel on YouTube has 40 points. A whole 40. I didn't realize microphones had a polarity. I feel like they shouldn't. I'm not sure if it does. Since it seems to only go in one way, I'm going to take a wild guess and probably say it does. I mean, it's kind of a complicated component. I'm not sure why it wouldn't have a polarity. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, CCDSX123. Whew. Sorry about that. Took a moment. Just trying to get this thing to stick. That's, I mean, there's a bit of a gap there and that worries me slightly, so I'm gonna try and fill it. Just used a ton of solder for that though. All the silver. I think they both do and don't have a polarity. That's interesting. I've never heard of something that does and doesn't have a polarity. Music in the background makes me think of the movie One Missed Call. Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of that movie. Just look at old Apple versus Android headphones, jack schematic. I know that there was different schematics for that kind of standard. Last I checked, the outer casing or the ground was the last jack portion, or the one closest to the wire. The tip is left, and I think the second portion is right. I'm pretty sure that's a standard. I don't think Apple or Google has changed that. If they have, I don't know how. Ah, not for the electrolytic capacitors, you know, the ones that can actually explode. Alright, so we have C3 and C5, C7 and C9 are all 10 microfarads. So, let's see, this one says 2.2 microfarads. We had 10 microfarad in here somewhere. 10 microfarad right here. And these have a polarity. Yep, currently it's pretty much standardized, yeah. But they took the ground and... But they had ground and mic flipped around? The fuck kinda... But that's not standard then. Like, I'm confused. How does that work? These actually have the positive on this oak screen there. That's nice. Alright, so C3 and C5 are here. So positive is the longer one. Two ways you can tell positive and negative on here. One, the positive is the longer one, but in the case that you don't have it, it's clipped. And the white is the negative. You can actually see the negative there, but it'll the white side will be negative. In case you didn't know. So C3, C5, C7, and C9. C3, C5, C7. So those three right there I can do. 1, 2, and 3. There's a C1 here that I'm not, or C11 that I'm not quite sure about yet, but figure it out. It was 2 standards. Okay. Well, as XKCD once said, standards are bullshit. XKCD didn't actually say it, he just made a comic about it. Several, actually, I think. The one I'm thinking of in particular is the competing standards one, which is slightly more famous. Alright, so we have a 10 microfarad, right? Yep, 10 microfarad. So positive here. Let's bend those into shape. And finally RC7, another 10 microfarad. Oh, day 4? Question mark? Since eating... There he is, yep. He was here yesterday too, you missed him. Since eating the stick of mozzarella, I have lost track of the days. My health has come back fully. The mozzarella has revealed its name to me. It speaks to me from the bottom of my intestines. It's close to being digested, and when it does, I will be alone. Forever. 'Tis I. Hello, Oscar. I'd missed you. And another 10 microfarad. Was that error message you? Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't an error. It was me getting emails because Thunderbird is awesome. My apologies. I have closed it now. I usually close it before stream, I just totally forgot this time. I should have like a checklist I do before a stream, because I tend to forget like random stuff. Those are positioned fairly well. It's fine. Or make a script. I thought it was mine, I didn't have anything on mine. Oh, yeah, sorry. I could make a script, I guess, but then I'd have to like figure out Windows programming. And I'd rather not. Alright, so that's 3, 5, and 7 done. Go ahead and clip the leads. Just toss them all over the workbench, it's fine. There we go. And clean off the back. I mean, technically this is no clean flux, so I don't have to clean it off, it won't corrode anything, but it feels sticky, and I don't like things that feel sticky. PowerShell is easy, it's very close to C#. I know, I've played with PowerShell a fair amount, but that's effort, when I could just, you know, make mental notes, or even just notes to myself later. One requires effort, one doesn't. So C10 is the 4.7 microfarad capacitor, which is one of these, 4.7. And where is C10? C8, C9, C10 right there. Perfect. Just a boatload of flux. Perfect. Positive here. Let's just touch this real fast and see if that's a place that I like. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, sticky things are bad. Yes. That's what she said, question mark? There we go. Just load it down with solder. Perfect. Nope, that one flew off. Never to be seen again. Let's clean that off, destroy the pads, it's fine. my shirt, also fine. Right, C11 is 2.2 microfarads, which I think might be this one. Nope, that's 10 microfarads. Shit, what? Here's 2.2. 4.7, okay, so they just gave me an extra capacitor. Okay. For a second there, I was worried, I was like, wait. So C11 is 2.2 microfarads, which is that guy right there. I saw him earlier. And here I am back to Twitch to get my points. Hey, points. That was my hair. There we go. This is the 2.2, right? Oh my god. Excuse me. Let's not, please. Sorry. Occasionally a song will just pop up. I'm like, no. It's a little bit. Let's try and move it slightly this way. Just so it's not in the way of the chip when I put it in there. I realize I'm trying to make these straight and it'll never happen, but you know, perfection. Striving forward isn't a sin. There we go. Daniel on YouTube has 60 points. Have you tried hooking up your Streamlabs account between YouTube and Twitch? Does that actually work? Does it give you points for both? I'm not entirely sure how that, or if that works. There we go. Just cleaned up a little bit. And dab it off, much like a dab on the haters. Hello, fellow kids. And looks like I've got C18 left. Oh, I missed C9. That's why I have an extra 10 microfarad. I was very confused. Okay. I think I'll only get points for one at once. Oh, okay, fair enough. Alright, so C9 right there. That's my other 10 microfarad capacitor. And then we'll just do C18 while we're here too. Might as well, eh? I don't want to risk losing my 2K in case it glitches or resets. If it glitches or resets, I can actually manually set points for somebody. They allow me to do that. I can give you all those points back. I can also give everybody like specific, like, set amount of points at once. So if I went to one of these streams, I could just give everybody, like, an extra 50 points. I haven't done that yet, but I could. I don't know, what do we think? Is that a good idea? Should I give everyone here an extra 50 points just for being here? Just for being present? Hey, thank you, dude998, for the follow. What am I building? I am building a Arduino shield. So it's this one's an audio shield. This will take input from a 3.5mm jack, so standard headphone jack, and allow me to do some processing with it on an Arduino. If you're doing that, then don't give them to me. I already have way too much. Well, it gives them to everybody who's watching, so I figure, you know, if everybody's watching, then why not, right? I don't know, what do we think? Do we all want an extra 50 points? I'm not seeing any yeses in chat. Maybe I won't do it. Yep. Nah, don't feel bad. It'd be fine. It's only 50 points. Alright, do it then. Well, I'm not seeing anybody else say yes, so I might just skip it then. Oh, does anyone else agree? Think I should do that? Just give you all an extra 50 points, because why not? There we go. That one's awfully close to the, just gonna bend that a little bit that way. There we go. Right, that's all the capacitors done. Now for the, headphone jacks, which are, looks like this way. Okay, sure, why not? That works. Now that I'm looking at that SPI connector, it does look a little bit crooked, but, well. These pads are huge. This is going to take a lot of solder. I'm already regretting my decision to use the good solder for this. But at least it'll be well connected with silver. Silver is a very good conductor. That was one pad. Ugh. That worries me. Oh, that was so much wire. Into one pad. Oh, that makes me sad. I'm gonna use this entire roll on this one project. At least I got it down, or the technique for this anyway, mostly. You can tell it's a ground pad. I can't find anything that syncs accounts, so it looks like no then. It's not a thing that syncs accounts, but you just sign in with multiple accounts and then you link them. There's a little, like, in the options there should be like a link account, and then you should like be able to log in with Mixer, YouTube, etc. I'm not sure if points automatically link or not. I would assume they do, but hey, you never know. Come on. There we go. Need some more flux for this. Basically 3/4 of the board is a ground pad, yeah. Right? Like, holy crap. I'm using so much flux. It's not flux, a solder. Like, I wouldn't be quite as worried as I am if I weren't using the good solder, but I chose the good stuff because I'm an idiot. And decided, it'll be fine, not looking at the giant ground pads that I'm gonna have to solder. There we go. Almost done. Come on. Just flow, you bastard. Quite done yet. Just fill in the hole. There we go. That's what she said. There we go. Alright. And just a little bit more over here, it looks like. Perfect. Clean this off real fast. And see what the damage is. Alright, and finally, put this chip in, and just be aware that I soldered this in backwards, and this notch does not match up with this notch, but that's okay. As long as I put this in the correct way, it should be fine. Oops. So it looks like this chip is... let me put the chip in first, and then we'll discuss exactly what the chip even is, because I'm not entirely sure. Well, you know what a giant pain in the ass is? Putting this chip in. Looks like these legs are way too far apart. Like, not even slightly too far apart. Every single one of them is just, like, way too far apart. Oh, I do see a merge option. Options, shit, I'm stupid. Hey! Why did I write options? 70 points. Maybe it'll update. I assume it'll update. I'm just very carefully bending these pins in. Very carefully. It's mostly okay. It's like a couple of these are still... Just slowly bending these pins in. There we go. So let's try this. Come on. Try that again. I'm getting closer. It does definitely feel like I'm gonna break something, but I'm trying very hard not to. Just about in there. And bend them just a little bit more. My best guess here is that it's probably going to take a minute to update. As it kind of normally does, I guess. Like the points are always all over the place. So I'm guessing probably by next stream you'll have your points kind of all put together. Hey, there it goes, finally. Alright. And that is the chip seated in. Now what? I didn't actually plan this far ahead. Okay. So here's what we got. Connection diagram. Push buttons. Volume, feed through, play, record, erase, forward, and reset. Okay. So these tiny freaking jumper pins that I soldered in here are supposed to be for a speaker, a 4 to 8 ohm speaker, function indicator, so that's the LED here, a microphone, for God knows what reason, ICSP connector, Right, I guess. Okay, so this one's line in, this one's line out. And this takes a 3.5mm stereo jack where the tip is the left, the center is the right, and the jack at the outside of the ground. Which is pretty standard last I checked. Hey, Restream says congrats, 100 messages today. Oh, what's that print screen of? Yeah, I pay the $12 a month to do the Prime thing. Honestly, totally worth it. This overlay comes from Prime, basically. Although I don't actually need Prime anymore for this overlay. But the website, on the other hand, is also Prime. Alright, so I guess the best way to test it is to is to get volume feed through. Play, record, erase, forward, reset. Okay, is to get some music going through it. And I guess I can probably do that. Where is that cable that I had? Let's see. It's around here somewhere. There's a payoff at the end of the stream, I promise. Okay, so input goes to my phone. And we're gonna have to give it some power. So we're gonna bring it over to this Arduino here, which is already has a hat on it. Or a shield. And in fact, it's another audio shield. Just gonna try and carefully prise this open. There we go. That's my other audio shield that I put together a while back. And this is an Arduino that takes oh, that's a problem. That takes a USB-C. Unfortunately, that LED is kind of in the way, and I'm not sure why we need these pins anyway. It's a little confusing to me. I'm not sure that we even need those pins. Let me see here. Why do those pins exist? ICSP connector. Doesn't it work off like SPI or I2C or something with all the freaking pins that it has inserted into these? You would think, right? Hope it actually works, I know, right? I mean, I assume the ICSP connector is for, let's say, this Leonardo. In fact, I could probably just use the Leonardo. Let's see if or how this works. First, let's turn off the hot iron and try not to touch the hot iron because it's, you know, hot. But let me see here. Well, these pins just about line up. It's actually not terrible for kind of not knowing where I'm putting stuff. Yeah. No, it's been lowered a bit. Kind of difficult to get that SPI connector in there. Well, it looks like maybe, yep, the iron hurts. Thanks. Alright, looks like these might be long enough. It should probably work. So let me get a micro USB connector. this guy. Okay. I'll plug it in real fast. I think it just requires power, but I'm not entirely sure. Now my issue is, my issue is I don't have an output for this. Something I didn't actually think about. Huh. Well, I still have a burnt scar, ouch. So it's powered, I think, question mark? Let me actually, maybe. We plug this into the output, right? There's a microphone on board. And we see if I actually bothered to connect my input on the front panel of my PC here. Oops, sorry. Let's see, volume mixer. Basically, a lot of the script I'd have to do is toggle the system sound mute. Oh yeah, I guess. I didn't really think about that. Well, no, because if I toggle the system sound mute, then you can't hear the music. Although I could just put the music through another another audio channel. That might work better. Alright, so sound control panel, and let's see what I have. So record, play, forward, reset. So I assume if I hit the record button, hang on, one of these is record. So this guy is record. I have to press the record button. Then, does it actually work? So if I press the play button, volume, play. So it should be playing something through somewhere. All these aren't plugged in. It looks like I probably didn't actually connect my my front panel. I wonder what the recording is on this. The recording rate? All of this I'm not sure of. Nope, audio mixer can change just system sound volume. It doesn't have to change anything else. That's the thing, is this music is coming through the system sound mixer. Not sure what that was. Oh, that was me disconnecting this. Well, shoot. I'm not sure exactly how this even works. I put it together, got all excited about it, and I don't even know how it actually works. I'm special. And now I put that now I put that audio cable over somewhere where I'm not sure where it is. Here it is. Well, I can feed it audio. I'm just not sure if it works. That's the problem. So if I go to my music, I guess, and just start playing something, at least it doesn't come out the system volume, so that's a good start. Problem is, yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to figure out how to get this to read the music, or what the library looks like, or how to do output, because I didn't buy another cable to do output with because I'm a moron. Oop, I don't know. You stay in there. Stay in your plastic prison. There we go. So yeah, I'm guessing that's just for this Leonardo here. probably doesn't actually have any effect on the Uno. Alright. Well, at least I made it. I'll have to figure out how to play with it later. And then we'll come back next stream, or maybe the stream after, depending on if I have to order more stuff from Amazon to get this to work. And then we'll kind of play with it. I wanna see if it actually works, you know? But it does look very pretty. And it's kind of heavy, actually. So, that's a good start. I think for now, we're going to call the stream here for today. Just get an example from the library, yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Wonder if I can do like a quick fast Fourier transform on it, which would take more time than we have today. But at least it's built. So I have one that I can play with rather than one that is for work. So yeah, we'll call it for today, and see you tomorrow, I think. Yeah? Yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Don't have too much fun. Good day. Good day indeed. Enjoy.
Shine your light on me, and can you shine your light on me? 'Cause when my love sets sail, it's always doomed to fail.